guys, and welcome back to Project Z Garage. Today we're continuing on changing out the engine mounts on the Audi Q3. In the last video we changed out the passenger side engine mount. Today we're going to be working on the dog mount, the dog bone mount, which we have here. This is a new one. We have all new hardware that will be going in, and let me just show you where that's located. So get under the car. So in the last video we showed you how to take off the under tray. So if you look right here, we have the old dog bone sitting here. Here's the mount in the back. So we're gonna have to loosen all of these up. I believe this is probably 16 millimeter. Let me double check. So we probably have 16, 18. That might be a little bigger, but I'll double check right now, and then we'll start getting this out. Also, I'm probably gonna put a jack on the back here just to support it as we take it out, just in case there's any pressure on the actual mount that might be binding it up as we're trying to take it out. All right guys, so yep, I was correct. This is a 16, 18, and this one I'm gonna be using a 21 millimeter. You could try 20. I don't have a 20, but the 21 seems to fit okay. We just got to be careful to make sure. Also, I did try a 13/16, and 13/16 fits pretty good too. So maybe we'll use that one instead. But I believe it's supposed to be a 21. So let's start unbolting it. As you can see, we put a jack just to support the engine. You know what? Let's see if we can tackle that big one back there first. Let's see how tight that one is. That is really on there. I think we're starting to move. I hope. Oh, I hope we're starting to. Okay. Let's see if all of them are this tight. Jeez. Okay, this one's not bad. Let's try this one. Okay, that one's not bad either. We're gonna have to go to a larger size. Let's try this one. All right. And this is the reason why it's good to have a variety of sockets. I was trying to use a 3/8 socket on that, but it looks like the breaker bar started to bend the adapter, so I found one that was 1/2 inch. So let's see if that can give us a little more torque. There we go. I think we've got it. Awesome. All right. Go back to the ratcheting socket. Wrench. Milwaukee. But as you can see, you can do this with hand tools. Ooh, that's kind of rusty. Let's see if we can start getting these other ones out. You know what? We're gonna go to the power tool. This is gonna take too long. Okay. Let's see what we got here. One. Let's get this front one out. Woo. You can see the engine moved a little bit there. So actually that's going the wrong direction when we jack it up. So we're gonna let it down a little so it can swing back that way, but let's get the mount out first and then we'll deal with that. Let's see if this thing's gonna come out. This is pretty tight. Wow, look at all that corrosion there. All right, let's see if it'll come out. Voila. Alright, I don't know if you can see there, but it's starting to crack. So I think it was about time for this to get replaced. Let's get the new one. And remember, with these mounts, you got to use all new bolts because they are stretch bolts for most of them. So we have all new bolts for them, which is nice. And we'll go from there. Alright guys, here we go. Here's the new one, fresh. As you can see, no cracks in there, which is nice. So let's slide this in. I have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it in the right spot. And then we can put the new bolts in. I'm just gonna start treading them in a little at a time. And then let's go. You might need to get a poker to get this in. Actually, you know what? Let me get this back one in first. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to get you out the way so I can actually look in the hole and see how to get it in there. Alright guys, so we shook it around. We're able to get that one in. Now we can work on getting the other two situated. Now this is where we have to get the motor in the right spot. So right now I think we're gonna have to let the motor down a little bit, because I definitely saw when we jacked it up, it came forward instead of going backwards. So let me get my head out of here. And we're gonna slowly. We're gonna drop that down. And what we are going to do is we're going to jack up on the back side to try to get it to turn. There we go. Starting to get in the right position. Getting there. I think we have to go a little bit more. This one is close. Yes, that one is getting close. This one's good too. Definitely want to make sure that these are going in right. Be able to just turn these with your hand. There we go. Okay. See if I can get this. We're not gonna fully tighten these up just yet. We're just gonna get them snug, make sure they are where they need to be. I don't like the way that middle one's feeling, so I'm just gonna get these not fully tight, not even like just right where it's about to touch, so it still has a little bit of movement. And you know what, we'll run this one up a little bit too. This way you can see what's going on with this one. It looks like we're good. Make sure this is up. Yep, I think we're good with that one. Again, just snugging it up. hit it with the Milwaukee. Battery's dying on this. There we go. Then I just want to make sure that this is going in properly. Yeah, that's good. The threads were a little gummed up a little bit because a lot of dirt, sand, and stuff will get into this back one, but I think we're good. I mean, it's not going to be too hard to turn, so we'll just snug this up, make sure they're all snugged up, and then we'll go through the torquing sequence on them. So that's snug. Snug. Last one. There we go. Nice and snug. So let's go over what the torque sequence needs to be on these 3 bolts here for the dog. Alright guys, we got the dog bone mount installed and torqued. There's our marks of what we did, and it looks good. So now we move on to putting the under tray on, and then that wraps up this install. Alright guys, that concludes this episode. The next episode we're going to hit the transmission mount, so stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.